So we now made it into Laos. It was a little confusing, but it was... In this video, we're going to take you to a place that's a little bit quieter than this. We're going to show you our 2-day cruise down the Mekong River.
And we're going to show you what we learned about what it takes to get over the border into Laos.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's get into the video and let's get into Laos.
I'm Craig.
And I'm Lucinda. Hey, we sold everything.
And we retired early.
And now we're traveling the world.
So subscribe and follow along.
Because you never know what we're going to get up to. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
The Mekong River Cruise. When we discovered that we wanted to do this, we spent some time researching which company to go with, and we decided to go with Nagi of Mekong. And part of the reason why is because they gave us so much information at the beginning about what it takes to cross the border to get into Laos. So a couple of things we learned from this company. We paid for the cruise in US dollars and the border crossing is in US dollars. But what they told us is we have to come with crisp new US dollars. There's an issue there called gray money. And if you want to look into that, you can look it up on the internet.
Yeah.
I won't be able to explain it properly.
You can just look up Laos gray money. The other thing that we were asked to bring was extra passport pictures. And you don't have to have these. You can get them done at the border, but it's a lot less hassle if you just have extra ones with you. And we're finding for traveling, it's probably a good idea to have some extras with you anyways.
So the one thing this company did for us, which we really liked, is they gave us all of the paperwork the day before in our hotel. There is a fair amount to fill out, and some of it kind of gets lost in translation, so take your time to fill it out.
That's right.
We did notice some people at the border that didn't have any of the paperwork, and they were kind of scrambling because there's hundreds of people trying to get across.
There's a lot of different boat companies and a lot of different people going different directions, so the more that you have set up, the better. And because the company had picked us up at our hotel, we already had the paperwork done, our guide was right with us. It was very straightforward.
And we went through the border real quick.
It was actually pretty easy.
Yep. And then once through the border, they put us on this bus and took us all the way to where the boat leaves. That's when we got our first taste of the slow boat.
That's right.
Now, I wasn't sure about a 2-day cruise down the Mekong, about how much activity there would be to do.
How slow is a slow boat? That's what I wondered.
It actually goes a little bit quicker than what you think.
It does.
Now, we had 34 people on the boat, and I thought that might be a bit crowded, but it actually wasn't. We had assigned seating so you can get to know the person at your table to start with.
And then everybody just mixes, and you can sleep, you can read, you can sit up front, up back. Everybody got to know each other. There was people from all over the world, and to be honest, that was the best part about the cruise, was meeting people and having a chance to get to know them over 2 days, right?
Yes, I agree. And then lunchtime, lunch was fabulous. It was so good, I have no pictures.
It was good. And you can buy sodas and beer on the boat, but again, you have to have very crisp US dollars. I did see some people that had a little tear in their 20 and they wouldn't take it.
So on the first afternoon, we got to our first village. So they take us to shore and our guide takes us there, and it was a farming village.
That's right. So they showed us some of the houses where they live, and the one thing they wanted to show us was the school that they're building there. And we met the teacher, and a lot of the children just came along and wanted to meet us too. So it was interesting to see what they're building there.
Now, time goes really fast. Next thing you know, we were at our first night's destination.
Yes.
We're back on another bus.
Here we go. There's lost. It was a beautiful hotel. There was a choice of 3 accommodations, and it really wasn't that much more, so we opted for the higher one.
And take a look at this.
It was beautiful.
Wow. Okay, what does it look like?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah,
look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Let's go outside to see our view. Wow.
Hey, Craig?
Yep. Where are you?
Come and look at this shower.
Oh. Wow. A shower with a view.
Not just a room with a view, but a shower with a view
Wow.
of the Mekong River.
And I just noticed at the base of the shower, it's rocks.
Oh, hi, Teddy.
Canadians, this is warm for you.
Ah, look at that.
So it must be warm.
We're in the middle of what country?
Laos.
It's just beautiful. So the next morning at sunrise, we had breakfast. We're off on the bus back to the boat.
That's right.
So the morning time before we had lunch, we got to another village. And this village, we actually learned all about rice whiskey. And this is where another episode of Craig Tries New Things.
Rice, whiskey, moonshine.
So our whiskey made from sticky rice. So it's not water. See, it got some fire. Chok.
Dam chok.
Dam chok. Dam chok.
What'd you say, Craig? You're gonna try
I'm
it?
gonna try a new thing.
Tam chok.
What's it called?
Dam chok.
Tam chok.
Try a new thing.
Don't go too far with that glass.
That's a good burn.
Yeah.
Tam chok.
Dam chok.
Tam chok.
Dam chok. Someone in the back.
Oh,
You
that's
some whiskey?
smoother than Yukon Jack.
Oh, okay.
Jack Daniels or any whiskey.
And then we toured around the village. We got to learn a little bit more. And next thing you know, we're back on the boat, and then we have lunch.
That's right. Another good lunch. Off to see the caves of the cave of 1,000 Buddhas.
What was it called
The
again?
cave of 1,000 Buddhas, and in fact, it's 2 caves because there's 2 levels of it. So this is where people have been bringing Buddhas for.
So our tour guide
Ages.
took us to the first one and told us all about it. And he said, you can go up to the second one if you want to. I can't remember how many hundred steps, but we did it.
Yay!
And it was actually pretty neat to go up there.
Yep, it was very interesting. It's just untouched, and they're all there, and it's kind of simple and beautiful.
Now on that next section, we did see a lot of gold mining on the side of the river. There's lots of businesses, but there's also a lot of people that do it for themselves.
Yeah.
Not only did we see that, we saw lots of water buffalo all the way along.
Including some pink ones.
And the closer we got to our final destination, that's where we started to see some developments like bridges, and then they were building this brand new power dam just outside of town. So all of a sudden the 2 days go by really quick.
Yeah, and you're saying your goodbyes, and
There we go, the end of the trip. Now it's time to get the buses out of here. And we're back on the bus, and they take you to your hotel of wherever you booked.
bing, bang, boom, we were right in the middle of Luang, Prabang.
Who knew that we came to Bike Week?
At the night market, which is where our hotel was.
Right outside of our hotel. This is what we ran into the night we got here. And that'll be on the next episode.
That's right.
What's Laos like if you're retired?